Have you ever noticed that the moment you stop caring so much, everything just seems to fall into place? It's almost like if life was rewarding you for detaching yourself from that person or that thing or those people. But before you think about ghosting someone or going cold on them or just cutting contact 100%, let's just talk about what not caring really is and what does it really mean. Let's just start with the problem. Why do we care so much? Well, we stress about what people think about us, which creates an obsession about things that aren't perfect about us. We overanalyze everything. We'll be like, shit, why did you say that, man? Like, you're telling yourself that, and you just create disappointment and anxiety when you go in groups of people or when you're talking to someone because you're trying to get everything that you're saying perfect, right? Yeah. You're trying to be as perfect as possible. And you doing that is you forcing yourself to be perfect. You're forcing yourself for this person or these people to like you. And when you start doing that, you're finding yourself obsessing with these people or with this person so much to a point where, they don't really like you, or it just doesn't go your way, and you kind of get treated like shit and all that. Because think about it. How many times have you tried so hard to get someone's attention only for them to just ignore you? Or like when you're talking to a girl and you really want them at a club or something, and you try to talk to them, you go up to them at a bar or something, and they don't talk to you. But the moment that you stop trying and you start going to talk to other people or somebody else, they suddenly notice you. Or maybe you spent weeks stressing over a job interview only to like absolutely bomb it, and then you were just nervous and you're like, like that wasn't bad. Or maybe like one day you just get that day to relax. It's your only day to relax out of the week. You hadn't relaxed in a while, and that opportunity just falls onto your lap. But what does that have to do? Because you're not caring about the day. You're not caring about certain things. And then next thing you know, something perfect happens. Like I said, your day off, that's so perfect. Now, it's not just some advice I'm giving you. There's just like a whole psychological thing behind it. Because when you overly are attached to like a certain outcome, your brain goes into like this overdrive shit. You overthink things and you always second guess. You overanalyze so many situations, and that leads to like stress, which obviously will lead to your performance socially, maybe even physically, who knows, and mentally. But when you get the mindset of being okay with letting go and being okay with detaching yourself from people and situations and a person, you're allowing yourself to actually act more natural. And when you're acting more natural, you don't have as much fear. And your confidence obviously rises and your energy goes up and it becomes more attractive. And because you're not desperately clinging for result, you're increasing your chances of success. Now, when you redefine what caring really means now, not caring basically means being indifferent. It means not being attached to an outcome. You care about your work, you care about your relationship, you care about your goals. But don't let them control your happiness. Don't let someone control what your outcome is you want in life. And you need to practice, what's the worst that can happen? That is something that can change your fucking mindset. And I know a lot of people saying the worst thing you should say is no, and that is the truth. Because most of the time, the worst case scenario of certain things isn't as bad as we imagined. Once you realize that fear kind of goes away and loses power over you, because you need to go up to someone and to get told no. When I'm talking about like a girl, you need to get told no. And you just got to trust the process. Okay, sometimes things don't go your way immediately, but that doesn't mean they're never going to happen. Trust your gut. Trust what happening is meant to be for you and will find you in the right time. Okay? That's the most important thing. Because when you stop caring, you need to be okay with the process going. You need to be okay with things not going immediately away. And maybe that person might never come back, but you'll find somebody better. And that's the best thing. That's your best outcome, is someone better coming into your life. So the moment you actually stop desperately trying to control everything, life flows way more naturally, and you'll see. It's about just trusting yourself and trusting the universe. The reason why I'm making this video is because I went through something that made me want to make this video years ago, and that was, I talked to somebody and I really cared about, and I was really obsessed with this person. I was finding myself being overly obsessed, and obviously, like I said previously, that kind of just ruins your chance because you're not showing them anything about you being your own person. You're just acting all desperate, you're acting all needy, which is a big turnoff for not only girls but also people to like you. And me doing that basically pushed this person away, and because I pushed this person away by doing the things I was doing, by being pushy and, trying to be super perfect, trying to be like this guy, this macho, whatever, it ruined my chance. So like I said, I moved on. I did my own shit. I started focusing on myself. I started aligning my own morals with me, myself, and I. And obviously that piqued that person's curiosity, and we started talking again because she saw me working on myself, and obviously that led to what I wanted in the end. And obviously this isn't going to happen with every person you talk to in your life. Some people aren't going to come back into your life, but what really matters to get someone back is by, like I said, stop caring and work on yourself. And even if they do come back, I wouldn't even say to grab that opportunity, because maybe they left you, or maybe they stopped talking to you because they thought you were a loser. Maybe they didn't respect you because you're doing something. It really shows that, oh wow, this person's successful. Now I want to be friends with them, or now I want to talk to them. Now I want to date them. Obviously, you got to find your motivation for this. And a really great thing about motivation is I was able to find it, to work on myself, because when you go to the gym, you need that motivation and you need to have a purpose of doing it. And I made a video on how to find motivation, and I highly recommend you guys watch that video after you watch this, because honestly, a lot of this stuff comes with motivation. You need motivation. You want to have that drive to actually go out there and do these things, because obviously not caring is an easy thing to do, but you need to have that motivation to actually do it and stop talking to people or stop doing that person, because it's important. You need to focus on yourself. You need to do some shit. So go find that motivation by watching that video. But either way, it's been Fellow. I hope I didn't ramble too much, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been Fellow. Have a great day and stay smart.